Okay, coming to the end here. David Birdsong, question for Dave. I have a very good working relationship with some fine men. I would never have known if I hadn't first read Cerebus and then written you that first letter in the 1980s. With today's technology, it is now possible for Cerebus fans to have an almost instantaneous connection, and you are the reason why. Did you ever think about that any time since 1977? If so, would you be willing to share your thoughts? You're no Keith Richards, but you do have fans, followers, haters, and not a few groupies over the years. I remember Michael Lubert, Denny's brother, the guy who did the maps and the background and stuff like that, having a very lengthy discussion with my dad one time about where we saw things going. And definitely we both thought that at some point all culture was going to be made available in some way that everybody would be able to access, and that this would be a transformational moment. And my father took not only issue, but a certain amount of umbrage at that, and saying, I don't see what you're saying. How would such a thing as that happen? And it was like, we couldn't really explain it because we didn't really know what we were talking about. We were talking about the internet, and we were talking about YouTube, basically. That, and my father was saying, but why would that happen? Why, when you could sell something, would you make something available for free? And it's like, I don't really know, but I was picturing, like, I'll have my own television channel. Someday there'll be a Dave Sim Cerebus television channel, but it won't be on TV. It'll be on whatever this thing is. And my dad going, but how would you do, how would that be possible? Like, wouldn't everybody have their own television channels if you have a channel? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, well, then there wouldn't be enough people to watch it to make it worthwhile. And it's like, we anticipated that, but there was no way to predict what that was going to be like when it hit. And particularly 20 years past the detonation point. It's certainly interesting. I think it's sorting itself out. I think a moment of Cerebus is far more effective and less irritating thing than the Yahoo News Group was. I don't have time, and I don't have the access to follow a moment of Cerebus because I haven't even been on the internet since the lockdown started in March, because I just don't. I didn't have the access to the Wi-Fi environment, but definitely I remember going to the library and going, "Oh, okay, it's the Cerebus Yahoo News Group. This is theoretically about your book, and this is supposed to be about you. You should be able to look at this for longer than 5 minutes without going, I really don't get this. I completely give up." And I would do it. I would go to the library and finish doing whatever it is that I had to do at the library and go, okay, let's check the internet. I can access it with my library card. And I would read the Yahoo News Group for all of 4 minutes and go, okay, now I'm equal parts like irritated, bored, frustrated, because it's just the same eight people all talking about Star Wars. And I don't see why this is called the Cerebus News Group. They're talking about Star Wars. But I was pretty sure, okay, every time I'm on here, they're talking about Star Wars. So I don't think it's just that I happened to log on at a time when they were talking about Star Wars. This is a Star Wars news group that happened to all come together because they also happen to read Cerebus.
Every now and then, because once I joined up in 2004, 2005, I had Gmail. I got Gmail, and Gmail gives you unlimited storage. It's all digital, and I was saving all the emails, so I could go back if I needed something. And every now and then, when I do a search, old Yahoo group messages show up, and there's a part of me that goes, "There's something here I want. I have to find it." And there's another part of me that's like, Matt, the title of the email that I wrote is off topic, but begrudgingly going back on topic with whatever, trying to drag the discussion back to Cerebus. And I'm like, you knew then that it was, like you said, it's 8 guys that want to talk about Blondie and 5 guys going, what does Cerebus have to do with Blondie? And somebody going, oh, well, here, and trying to drag the discussion back. And it's like, at a certain point, no, it's just somebody mentioned Blondie, and we're going to talk about Blondie for a couple of days.
Yeah. And it had a moderator. Like
there were 3 moderators.
Right. And it's like a moderator is supposed to be able to get this under control.
Margaret did a great job. Margaret would, if somebody was off topic, but the title of the post was on topic, she would slap people down pretty quickly of change the title to what, or she would change the title and say, I'm changing this to off topic because it's off topic. You can talk about Blondie till you're blue in the face, but label it off topic. And she was really good. Tundus was all right. Lenny was great because we would talk about something, and 2 months later, Lenny would finally see the email and come back in with his view on it. Every now and then, Lenny will send an email, and it's like, Lenny, it's been like 7 years. Nobody's in the Yahoo group anymore.
Lenny's been mulling it over. It's like Lenny's got a Talmudic scholar inside of him that goes, I think I better mull this over a little while before I actually say something. And like you say, 6 years later he goes, okay, I think now I'm ready to tell you people some stuff.
Well, one of them, it was a TV show. Somebody had recommended it, and 5 years later, Lenny got around to watching it. And he's like, yeah, that was a really good show. Thanks for the recommendation. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that guy doesn't have a computer anymore, Lenny.
He hasn't posted since the late 1990s, but that's good. That's good. We'll leave that just the way it is. Okay, yeah, I had forgotten that, the 3 moderators thing, and it's like, yeah, that was. This is the way we're going to do the internet until we start figuring out. No, there's got to be a better way to run a railroad than this. And who knows? Maybe we're going to get even better at this. And a moment of Cerebus, co-equivalent in 2040, will just be so scrupulously informative and so infrequently digressive that it would be just enough to melt your little Cerebus mind back here in 2020.
Maybe. If I'm in charge, probably not.
Well, we'll find out. Sometimes it seems like we're making progress. Reading the descriptions of the first presidential debate in the newspaper, I'm going, this sounds more like the Yahoo News Group. It sounds like a presidential debate, but what do I know? Anyway, TMI bit. In that first letter, I mentioned that I hope to pass on my Cerebus trades to my son someday. As it turns out, he is not likely to read it, but he is a big fan of Cerebus in Hell with a question mark. Excellent. I did not know that the Little Bird song is a Cerebus in Hell fan. That makes me feel good inside, as is my daughter. Well, baby Yoda Cerebus, at least. A privileged daughter who gets to read Baby Yoda Cerebus before Baby Yoda Cerebus comes out, which we will remind everybody is going to be May of 2021, and we'll do a little showing off. Matt and I both being members of the Cerebus and Hell question mark team, and go. January is the Cerebus in Hell preview, which will preview all 12 issues coming out in 2021. And as the solicitation says, yes, they're all done. Eat your heart out, fellow comics publishers. We are the point men in the comic book field. I'm pretty sure there aren't any other comic books from December 2021 that are done right now. So, high five, Matt.
That's they've been sending me the proofs going, okay, here's the proof, take a look, find anything that's wrong so we can fix it. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to read this as soon as I have time. And it's like, all right. And normally it's, Ben Hobbs sends it out and you got a couple of weeks to look it over. And lately he's been sending me one every day. And it's like, I'm somehow 5 issues of Cerebus in Hell behind and they're not even published yet.
That's me leaning on Benjamin and going, if you can get caught up to me, like I'm working on the March 2022 issue. I'm telling him in Birdsong, you have no idea how liberating it is to be all the way caught up and a year and a half ahead of the publication dates, which are only a year ahead of the solicitation date, which is one of the problems there. It's like all I really have to do on Cerebus in Hell with a question mark is do 1 strip a day to stay a year and a half ahead, and makes you feel like Superman. It really does. But you're right. It's Rolly and I went up to the Frederick Mall today, and I got 3 Cerebus prototypes to proofread. So I got Benjamin sold on this. Better be pretty cool when I get caught up, because man, this is a lot of work tying off all of these loose ends. The issue isn't done until the preview for 2022 for the issue is done. The solicitation is done. The inside front cover is done. The front cover is done. The back cover is done. They've all been approved in prototype form. And we just got to get every part of the juggernaut caught up to where we are in 2022. And then, as I explained to the guys, same deal with Gerhard and I going to Hawaii for 3 months and getting 5 issues done. It's as much aversion therapy as anything else. Never lose lead time, because it's almost impossible to build up and desperately easy to have it disappear out from under you. But definitely, Mr. Birdsong, sir, let me know your son's name. I don't even know your son's name and your daughter's name. And I will definitely sign Cerebus in Hell with a question mark for both of them and send them to him. Because nobody's getting paid until sales go up. So we're all looking forward to getting paid for Bat Bart Penis. Who knew that a penis would be the first profitable thing that we did on Cerebus in Hell with a question mark? And looking forward to that. Even though sales go right back down after that to 1800.
Larry Wooten, I got my 10 virgin Batvark penises in the mail, and I took a picture and put it on Facebook, and Larry Wooten was like, "Where do I get one of them?" I'm like, "Well, you gotta ask Hobbs." And there's a meme of Pennywise the Clown from the TV movie, in the sewer, and he says, "I got whatever," and then the next 3 panels is a woman crawling through a storm drain. Now, the original images of her doing this, I guess there was a cat stuck in the sewer and she rescued it. But it's always like, Pennywise saying, "Hey kid, I got Pokemon Go down here," and it's, girl crawling into the sewer. So Larry made it so it's, "Hey kid, I got Batvark penis down here," and the girl's crawling in. And he made a second version where it's Elrod saying, doing the same bit of "I got Batvark penis down here," and, crawling in. And I responded with the photo of me holding it, going, "You got to talk to Hobbs." And Larry posted it where it's him superimposed yelling down the sewer going, "Hey Hobbs, I got money. I need penis."
Virgin penis.
Virgin penis.
Virgin penis.
He did say virgin penis in it. And when that showed up, I just started dying, like, this is it's almost as good as Women of, all the phone calls of, "Hey, Dave, when are women going to be available?"
That's right. We're all out of women. Order your women now. Yeah, I'm curious as to what Hobbs is going to do with those. He's got like 200 of them, and this is the first time that we got like a reorder for 1,600, and Diamond has authorized us to do a second printing of XXXXX, the grandma version. But I don't know what I would do if I was Hobbs. It's like he can autograph them and auction them on eBay.
I asked him what he was going to do, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that out." And meanwhile, I put it out there that, I have a couple copies, and I'm getting emails going, "Well, what do I got to do to get it?" And I'm like, because one of the things I said on Amok is that Batvark penis is available at your local store. We're not sure about Batvark XXX because there's 2 listings in Diamond, so it might not be there yet. And then there's Batvark virgin penis, but you got to know a guy who knows a guy. And then in parentheses, I put, "I'm a guy." Because I'm a guy who knows a guy. I know Hobbs.
Who's looking for penises? got your penis right here. Got your virgin penis. So, how much are we bid for a virgin penis?
I'm gonna have.
It does make me wonder because Rich and Jeff Seiler got the Inside Out amicable spider bark with Batvark penis on the front, up to $150 US. That was when I stopped just sending them to people and handing them out. It's like, wait a minute, whoa! I only got another 50 of these.
Well, that's after Rich won the auction for 150. I sent him because he had asked me about Glamourpuss because I had talked about. I went through the Glamourpuss archive of, this is the story behind the page 9 of issue 25 and how it came to be. And because I just was quoting the actual pamphlet that I had created, it said something about, it was talking about, now that you bought the issue type thing. And he's like, "Well, that sounds like you got copies, what can you hook me up type thing?" And I'm like, he paid $150 for a copy of Spider-Vark that's misstapled. So I signed and sent him Glamourpuss 25, Zutanipus number whatever, and I'd gotten my copies of the virgin penis in, so I'm like, I'll throw one of these in there too. So he got one of my copies because I'm like, all right, you spent $150, you get something neat.
Oh, that's so stupid of you. No. I meant to say nice. Well, nice. That's so nice of you. That's nice. Nice of you.
It's one of those. I went, on the one hand, I'm like, I only have 10 of these, and they might be worth millions. And on the other hand, this guy spent $150 on a misprinted comic book. I can afford to be nice.
I picture Hobbs like, just sitting in his bedroom with the stack of them going, mine. All mine.
Or
I have all of the virgin penises. Well, not all. Like he sent me 3 of them, and he signed them in gold on the front. So I'm going to sign mine in gold and number them. Number 1 out of. That was one of the disappointments. He was supposed to get his own print run number on the front, so it would be out of 200. But
I thought it was on the back that it's out of like 253.
Oh, is it?
It's on the back cover.
On the back cover. Oh, he really didn't want any type on the front cover.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. When he's looking for a virgin penis, he's looking for a virgin penis. He don't want no penis been messing around with no type, no how. Okay.
Well,
all right, Benjamin. You go, boy.
One of the reasons why I gave one of my 10 copies away was because there was a part of me going, I have a box in the basement with the Glamour Quest issues I haven't done, I still have, and I consolidated because I got like 10 or 11 boxes from Aardvark Vanheim that I'm hanging on to because I'm a hoarder, and I consolidated them all into one box, and I'm like thinking to myself going, one day I will die, and my daughters will open up this box that has my name on it, and Cerebus is the return address, going, what's in here? And find a comic titled Penis. And hopefully they'll be old enough that they won't just snicker like schoolgirls the entire time, but I'm pretty sure they're going to. And it's like, I can afford to get rid of one, because 10 copies is weird, 9 copies is odd, 5 copies is okay, Dad, except for maybe if I go get a couple of them CGC slab, then they're going to ask even bigger questions.
Right. Like, what was wrong with Dad that we didn't notice this while he was alive?
Why was Dad spending $60 getting a comic titled Penis encased in carbonite so that it will be pristine forever?
Well, I got to tell you, it's the first comic book in history to have penis on the cover, and the second printing is going to have 2 of Michelangelo David's penises on the front. I had them as little tiny penises because I'm an old guy, and Benjamin Hobbs just went, no, we need nice big penises for the second printing. Well, okay, I gotta go, Matt.
All right.
This time of year, the Sunset Prayer Time's backing way up. So,
well, I kind of figured when you called early, I'm like, oh wait, it's that time of year where it might be I gotta get out early, I gotta call early.
Yes, and it's these prayer times, Muslim prayer times, keep you on your toes 365 days a year. With wait a minute. When did it start being just after 7 o'clock? The last time that I looked, it was like 9:30. Well, there you go. If you've got to be a much better monotheist and pay attention to those things. And it's like, yeah, keeps you humble. So.